Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to talk about the morphology of flowering plants. The topic is roots. What is roots? तो रूट्स के बारे में हम पहले भी बहुत कुछ डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि रूट्स तीन तरह की होती हैं, टेप रूट, एडवेंटिशियस रूट एंड फाइब्रस रूट्स. ठीक है. इसके अलावा आज हम जो है कुछ स्ट्रक्चर्स पढ़ेंगे रूट्स के बारे में कि रूट्स के अंदर तीन मेजर स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं. एरिया ऑफ सेल डिवीजन, एरिया ऑफ इलोंगेशन एंड लास्ट वन इज एरिया ऑफ मैच्योरेशन. What is cell division? The cell division, it's called the multiple cell will be grow, the multiple cell will be formed and then it will be go into the growth phase and then maturing phase. So there are three kinds of phases available. First one is cell division, second one is elongation and third one is maturation. What is maturation? It means, if we talk about the cell division, it means the cell newly cells will be formed, okay, and the growth phase it's called the cell will be grow and elongated in the size, in the shape, okay. But what is maturation? Maturation is the term in which we will be discuss about the differentiation form. Differentiation, okay. The maturation cells will perform a specific work, perform specific work and it will be converted into the permanent tissue, okay. मतलब यहाँ पर किसी प्रकार का इनके पास किसी प्रकार का डिवीज़न यहाँ पर इसके बाद नहीं होने वाला, किसी प्रकार की ग्रोथ नहीं होने वाली, यानी ये एक पर्टिकुलर काम को परफॉर्म करने लग जाएंगे, ओके. सो हियर आर सम मोर इम्पोर्टेंट टर्म्स लाइक रूट हेयर्स, एपिकल मेरिस्टेम एंड रूट कैप्स. First of all, we have to talk about the root cap. Root cap is a supporting part, supporting part for the apical meristematic tissue. What is apical meristematic tissue? Apical meristematic tissue is a dividing tissue. Apical meristematic tissue is called dividing tissue. Dividing tissue. Dividing tissue, it means there will be one cell and then it will be divided into two cells and then 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32. This kind of structure is grows up and multiple cell will be formed, and this meristematic tissue is called apical meristematic. Apical, it means top. It present on the just last terminal of any kind of part of the plant. So this is the root and the last part of the root present the apical meristematic tissue, okay. The also the name, another name is dividing tissue. You have to remember it, okay. The dividing tissue is very soft, very smooth, and they have many, they have much quantity of cytoplasm. ठीक. What is the work of root cap? Apical meristematic tissue is have many kind of cytoplasm. So the root cap is just support and just provide a safety to destroy the apical meristematic tissue by the soil, by the ropes, because the root is growing in the underground part, okay. So underground there are many kind of roots present, many kind of soils present there, so it will be find the way, apical meristematic tissue will be find the way to grow. So root cap is just provide a safety, okay. So now talk about the root hair. Root hair, what is root hair? Root hair is another part of the roots which is very fine, actually very fine, very small in size compared to the main root system. This kind of projection is used for, root hair is used for absorbing the minerals, absorbing the waters. First the water is goes in the root hair by the process of osmosis, the higher concentration to the lower concentration. So just remember, just think, there are number of water particles is more, and there is number of particles is very less in the root hair. So the higher concentration is outside and the lower concentration inside of the root hair. So the higher concentration to the lower concentration water will be transferred. So this process is called osmosis. And the root hair has more water particles than the actual root, okay, actual area of maturation period. So there are few water molecule. So again, here is a low concentration and the root hair has high concentration, so water will be transferred from here to there. So this is also osmosis. So like these, the water travel into the plants through the osmosis process in the xylem vessels. Okay, so now talk about the different kinds of uses of roots, different kinds of modification of roots. First modification is important modification, which is storage of food. Sweet potato, turnip, carrot, many kind of another roots which is developed into the food storage part. Okay, you have eaten the uh, sweet potato, which is also a root. You are eating a root like structure. Carrot is a gajar. You ate this many times. So this is a root, this is a storage of food. Okay, so another important modification, the mechanical support, the prop root, stilt root. There are two kind of roots present in the plants. First one is the prop root. You have ever seen the banyan tree? The banyan tree has many kind of branches, goes upward to the downward into the soil, and there will be new roots will be formed, and this kind of root formation is called prop root. And this prop root is supporting the branches of the banyan tree. Because the heavy weight of the banyan tree, the branches will be goes down and just break and fall down. So the prop root is just support, mechanical support. Prop root is just giving the mechanical support to the plant. What is stilt root right now? Have you ever seen the maize plant? In the maize plant, you will be observe the last basal part of the maize plant, where some roots coming out from the stems and goes into the downward of the soil. So this kind of roots which is coming from the stem, this kind of roots is called stilt root. Stilt roots. Stilt roots again supporting the plants. Okay, so now talk about the next characteristics of the modification of root, the respiratory system. Respiration is also another important topic, but you will be wonder that a root can be respire in the rhizophora plant. Rhizophora plant has a pneumatophores like roots. Okay, so the roots comes from the downward of the soil and goes upward in the direction vertically upward, which is used for the getting oxygen for the respiration. And this kind of roots called pneumatophores, and the plant those have the pneumatophores like roots for purpose of getting oxygen for respiration is called the rhizophora. You can search on the internet, you will find the one plant here, and then many kind of the respiratory roots will be formed in the basal part of the plant. Okay, so that's all about in this video. Thank you so much.